Kia ora team. I've been running for 40 years, and over the past 8 years, I've managed to run some of my best times: 2:21 for 800 metres, 17:09 for 5K, 1 hour 16 for a half marathon, and I haven't changed my training a great deal. In fact, I'm running less than I ever have, but I have changed my habits. I want to share with you the habits that I've put in my routine and I've gleaned from the world's top runners. Number 1, running form and drills. Putting time into your run technique by incorporating drills is something all top runners do. Check out some of the awesome group drills that the East African runners do. Now let's face it, they're quite fast. I now complete drills at least 2 times a week, and these don't have to be standalone sessions. I'll put them in after a warm-up and before the main part of the run. For example, some knee ups or butt kicks to engage and prime those key muscle groups before the run. Another way to hone your run technique is completing strides, which are accelerations up to 80-90% of your maximum pace for up to 60 to 80 meters. I put these in 4 to 6 times before a speed session or even after a long run. Number 2, plan your race schedule. The best runners will plan out the year's racing and train around them with periodization. This allows you to schedule in tapering and their very important recovery after races. Appropriate planning around your running events is probably one of the best ways to avoid injury. Most running injuries are due to overtraining, so mapping out your year can give you the structure to reach your true running potential. Split races up into A, B and C. C races are fun ones. B will be those prep races where you might use them to trial pacing or fueling strategies for those main races. These are your A races. You can't aim to PB every event you do, but attempting to do this, can create that environment for burnout and injury. 3, recovery. All pro runners have a post-run routine to maximize the absorption after the session. Amateur runners are usually more time crunched and are thrown back into life after a run, so sitting at a desk, running around after kids, or dealing with household chores. Now after a key session, I'm going to prioritize, I prioritize 8 to 10 minutes for a full body yoga routine, and I make sure I consume a post-run protein shake on those long runs to enhance my recovery and absorb the training. The other component I'm very careful to include is a proper run warm down. Without this buffer, your post-run recovery routine, no matter how good, is going to be hampered. Another simple thing I do is ball rolling for my feet where possible, getting in the ocean post-run, I love the ocean, and taking time where possible to lie on the couch with my legs up on the wall, which is supposed to help with relaxation and recovery. Number 4, don't train through niggles. Pro runners will not risk running through niggly injuries. Their body is their paycheck, so they get good at listening to their body. One thing that pro runners do really well compared to amateurs is they get injuries assessed early on, so they have a diagnosis and then a plan. Also, if you can't run, they will maintain their cardiovascular fitness with cross-training. They double down on strength and core. Amateur runners will run with pain for far longer, and then they put their head in the sand, ignore the pain, and then when it's too sore to run, they stop training and sulk. As a physiotherapist, I'm always advising injured runners to keep training and put time and effort into the factors that have contributed to that injury. Number 5, getting your intensity right. The best runners in the world work on different intensities and don't overdo the hard work. They build volume with 80% of the week, slow aerobic miles, and their fast and harder efforts are very controlled. They are placed throughout the year to coincide with their A races, as we've discussed before. You can't run hard all the time. I see too many runners as a coach that just train at one speed, or the difference between their fast and slow runs is minimal. Working on different intensities and doing that at the right time in the season is critical to running performance, and also keeping injuries at bay, and that helps with consistency. If you look at someone like Kipchoge, he states that he never runs at 100% for his marathon training, and he'll run 80% on his effort days and 50% on his recovery days. One point I would make is for your rep sessions, make sure you are finishing the number of reps strong. You're best to go out controlled and bring it home a little bit quicker on the finishing reps than starting off beyond your ability, your capacity, and slowing down. This invites poor form, injury, and you won't get the maximal benefit from the session. I would love to hear your favorite habits that you've picked up from a top runner. Comment below so we can all benefit. Of course, one of the greatest performance habits is optimizing your sleep. So check this video out that we did earlier for more information on that. Otherwise, get out there, earn those miles, add in some of these tips from top pro runners to get strong, get better. Champion compassion, and I'll see you on the next one.